Good morning, everyone. My name is Stephanie Ng from English Department, 5th semester of Bunda Mulia University. I am excited to be here today to talk about the evolution of film industry. This industry has come a long way since the early days of black and white silent films, from the transition to sound films to the golden age of cinema in the 1930s, 40s, and 50s to the recent changes in the film industry. It has been an amazing journey. To begin, let us take a closer look at the early days of films. Film has been around since the late 19th century, and the first moving images were created by the Lumiere brothers in France. These films were only a few seconds long and consisted of simple, static shots of everyday scenes, such as a train arriving or a barber at work. However, as filmmakers started to experiment with new techniques and technologies, the film industry began to grow rapidly in the early 20th century. Next, let us discuss the transition from silent to sound films. While this transition was initially seen as a gimmick, it quickly became the dominant form of filmmaking and has remained to this day, thanks to the invention of the talking picture. We got some of the most famous films in history, such as The Wizard of Oz, Citizen Kane, and Casablanca. Then, let us move on to the golden age of cinema, which lasted from the 1930s to the 1960s. This era saw the emergence of some of the most memorable films of all time, from the classic love story of Gone with the Wind to the suspenseful Psycho. This era was a time of innovation and creativity. It was also during this time that some of the most iconic actors and directors rose to prominence, such as Humphrey Bogart, Audrey Hepburn, and Alfred Hitchcock. Moving on to more recent changes in the film industry, we see the rise of computer-generated imagery, which has completely transformed of how films are made. With the help of CG, filmmakers can now bring their imagination to life in ways never possible. We also see the rise of the superhero genres such as Marvel's MCU, which has become one of the most successful franchises in entertainment history. And finally, let us not forget about the prevalence of indie films, which have allowed creators to tell their own stories without having to rely on the big studios. With the help of social media, indie films have been able to reach a wide audience and get their stories out to the world. This has been a great addition to the film industry, allowing for a wider range of styles and perspectives to be represented. Another significant change in the film industry over the past few decades is the advent of computer generated imagery, CG. CG has completely changed the way films are made, allowing filmmakers to create entire worlds and creatures that could not have been possible before. This has made the visual effects in films more stunning and realistic, and it has opened up a whole new level of creativity for filmmakers. While some people may lament the loss of practical effects and traditional filmmaking techniques, the reality is that CG has brought a new level of excitement and immersion to films that would not have been possible otherwise. And as technology continues to advance, we can only imagine what other innovations and advancements the film industry has in store for us. Here is what Alfred Hitchcock quote about the film industry. Making a film means, first of all, to tell a story. That story can be an improbable one, but it should never be banal. It must be dramatic and human. Along with technological developments, the film industry has experienced significant changes. Here are some aspects that can help understand this evolution. The first one is production technology. In the last few decades, film production technology has developed rapidly. Better and more affordable tools have allowed for more efficient filmmaking. For example, the use of CGI has replaced the way special effects are designed, opening the door to films with more stunning visuals. The second one is digital distribution. The advent of digital formats has replaced physical film reels and allow for fast and efficient distribution of films over the internet. Streaming platforms such as Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Disney Plus have changed the way audiences access and watch films. The third one, marketing and promotion. The internet and social media have played an important role in the marketing and promotion of films. Trailers, posters, and other promotional content can be easily accessed by millions of people around the world, influencing how films are promoted. The fourth is globalization. Films can now easily reach audiences all over the world. This has seen the growth of the world film industry, with many Hollywood films achieving success in the international markets and films from the other countries gaining global attention. Last but not least is viewer experience. Technology has also influenced the viewing experience. Formats like IMAX, 3D, and Dolby Atmos have changed the way audiences experience films in theaters. In conclusion, the film industry has gone through a number of significant changes over the years, from the early days of silent films to the rise of the golden age cinema, to the use of CG and the rise of superhero films, and the impact of social media. From these changes, we can see that the film industry continues to evolve and adapt to new technologies and trends, and it is an exciting time to be a part of it. Given the following aspects above, we can tell how much important it is to understand how the technology developed with the film industry. My name is Stephanie Ng. Thank you for listening to my speech.